This thing is finally working. What's up, brother? I just took a short here and I got stopped out and took my buys here. See what it do. FOMC was good. I passed the 50K funded account today. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm trying to. I like Top Step, so I want to scale my accounts on Top Step and try to get paid out on Top Step. Spreads are. So what does 30-minute do? It's 30-minute close doji. So if we can survive this bottom wick on this 30-minute. That's 2 pip spreads. What broker are you using? There's so much buffoonery going on with fundeds, bro. That stuff makes me so angry. That stuff annoys me so much, bro. And that's a dub. And that's a dub. Whoever missed it, but that's a fucking dub, bro. So I lost 10 pips here and I caught 15 pips here. So in total, that's 5 pips profit. But you guys didn't see the loss. You guys were only here for the win. Stream pips. Nah, options. I wasn't talking. My mom called me because she has rental properties, and I'm the guy that does all her plumbing, electrical, HVAC, any kind of repairs or anything like that. I do it all for her. So I was at one of her properties today, where my grandma's staying at, fixing it. Yes, sir. I know how to do all that shit. So why is she gonna go pay somebody else a shit ton of money when I can do it myself for free? So check this out. Let me see if I can add a pip count. We were at 62 pips yesterday. And I caught 10 pips now on the dot. There we go. Yeah, Top Step did me dirty after I tried to do them dirty, but you know what they say, if you know how to trade, none of that shit fucking matters, dog. I just did them dirty. I lost 300 here and then I made 500 here. They can suck my nuts if they're gonna try me like that. I'm gonna get it anyways. All I gotta do is make 700 in 2 separate days. So I'll make seven. If I make 700 tonight, then I gotta make 700 again on Sunday or Monday, and that's it, bro. But tonight I made 200, so I'm just waiting for a good setup. Um, yeah, dog. The markets are moving, bro. Look at these candles. 13, 14, 15 pip candles. I'm getting some piparuskis here. So with Top Step, the profit target amount, you can't get more than 50% of the target in a day. So I scalped from last night till today. 9 consecutive wins, all totaling 200 and a little bit each. So I made 2,000 in a day, passing or from last night's session to today, 9 consecutive dubs, and I passed the Top Step 50K account. But they said because I made 2,000 in a day, that breached the 1,500 max limit. So now, in order for that 2,000 to be equal to 50% of my total profit, I need to make an extra $1,400 on the account. So, which is an extra 3%. So they literally added 3%. They extended my target 3%. But the good thing is, their $1,000 drawdown is based off their high water mark, or your highest profit, right? So let's say I made 500 profit for the day, I technically have 1,500 drawdown. It'll let me go negative 1,500 drawdown before cutting me off. So it's so you can play around with the rules a little bit. So I'm at 53,300 and I need to be at 54,300. So I need another 1,000. But I'm not mad. It is what it is. It is what it is. I stick to my plan and I'll get her done. Stick to my plan and I'll get her done. What up, Jonathan? What's up, brothers? There are 2 minutes left for this candle to close. What are we gonna do here? Damn. I think I might have a sell stop here on the flip of this 15. We made the top wick for the daily. We don't have a bottom wick here on this 15. We've closed doji here respecting. I'm gonna wait for this 15 to close. We started pulling back. It was pushing down. No, I'm not interested in that sell no more. That 15 would have needed to flip immediately and start pushing. Even though it might come down, there's a lot of... We're probably ranging tonight, but... Yeah, no. We have a level. Oh, bitch. Oh, we got a level here. No top wick on the 15. This one had no bottom wick. If this starts flipping bullish, it's looking like a cleaner trade for a continuation up. It's indecisive. I don't know what it's gonna do. I would like for it to wait to break out of the range. All right, let's wait till later and see what it do. Let me get a little breakdown. Let me take a little hit of my TAC so I can give you a little ICT breakdown. Psych. All right. My self stop would have probably been valid still. I think that would have been good. But whatever, we'll let it ride. So, this weekly, we've been actually pulling back after driving this whole range that we dropped during Trump. Are we going to flip and continue driving bullish? Right? Is that what we think is going on? I mean, if we keep driving up, that would probably close us out doji. How much space we got to the top? 300 pips, right? So I mean, we can move 300 pips tonight, but we closed with no top wick on the daily here, barely a top wick. Yeah, we're slowing down, but we grabbed orders here, flipped bullish, so we're still extremely bullish. We are still extremely bullish off this area here. I have a buy stop here. Damn, is my mic that low? Nah. What the hell? Nah, bro. You can't hear me because you deaf, bro. What are we gonna do here? Gold, you're gonna give me that flip? Or you're not gonna give me that flip? Is this 5 gonna close now? This 5 did close. Without flipping. If we activated. I don't like how that doesn't have a bottom wick. Damn, I don't like how it doesn't have a bottom wick, dude. Fuck. I'm just gonna go break even right away. I don't care if I get stopped out. That bottom wick is important. Without that bottom wick, my idea is invalid. It drove without giving me that bottom wick. It can do whatever it wants now. With that bottom wick, that would have made this trade ideal. No, the 5-minute bottom wick. Because this doesn't have a bottom wick here after we scooped here, that sketches me out. I mean, it might still drive without it, but because that was a 30 flip, the daily flip too, that was a 15 flip, but that pop should have been it. There should be, yeah, it took me out, that's fine. We just made a bottom wick for that 5. Maybe this will flip now. Yeah, no. If that wasn't the drive, then... See, I like to be in the volume candle. See how I took that same entry here and we drove. So I took that entry based off of us bouncing off this zone here. Right? So I'm taking this entry based off us bouncing off this zone here. Right? So after consolidating here, wicking down into the zone and then pushing up and breaking the highs, we did get that initial pop, but it should have been, when I got here, it should have been a pop like this, right? And we kind of did get it, but not to fill the range like I wanted. I wanted us to fill a few more pips because that would have been 14 pips. But see, my stop loss would be on the break of the daily lows because once the daily re-breaks the lows, we're likely going to come down much steeper, maybe... Yeah, that's 20 pips, but still. I don't really want to be in deeper than... That's a 20 pip stop. That's not bad. This would have been 40 pips. But I'm just imagining these ranges as if they're largest. And where I would keep my stop loss. If this was 100 pips, what would be the best place to keep my stops? And then I just base it off the 1 minute, the 5 minute. Yeah, see, look, it looks like we're getting the setup here. The no top wick closure comes up, grabs the top wick first, drives down. But on the 1 minute, it was looking more bullish. And it looks like we were scooping on the 5 minute. We were scooping. Oh, I had to delete that. See, this hourly, when the hourly flips, 30-minute flips, what do we have? A few minutes for this hourly? Yeah, well, you'll get those sales. Let me add a break even here. dub. Alright, so it looks like this hourly is about to close doji after the respecting this area right here. This previous hourly closed doji. The one before that closed doji. We have no direction right now. Our daily is doji. So all I can do is figure out how to scalp my ranges, which was taking the buy here, which I could have closed at probably like fucking 8 pips. That would have been not bad if I'm just scalping here, you know what I mean? Now that we're starting to flip bearish here, the 15 is starting to break the lows. This 5 with no top wick is indecision to me. If we had the top wick here, that would be like this, right? We get that volume pushed down. We have this top wick here. Price comes up, creates a top wick, and then comes down. That shows me that there's a battle between the buyers and the sellers. The buyers are trying to get it to go up, but the sellers are way too strong. So that tells me that there's volume in these candles and there's actual, you know, battling going on. When this shit's closing with no top wicks, it's like there's 0 buyers here and it's all sellers, making this a weak ass push to the downside. There's nobody counteracting that move. If there was some buyers trying to push back and the sellers said, fuck nah, I'm gonna double down, and then you get even more volume coming down, you would have a little wick here, you know, a little pullback, then a continuation down. I mean, this isn't bad. I'm not interested. I want to see us break out of this range. So, I would like to see us break out of this range here to get out of here. If we can get some sort of push out of here, I'll tell you what though, if we do get like a fake out, if we get like a fake out anywhere like this and then back into range, this would be a good area to get some entries at right here. Yeah, I agree. I'm not happy that I hate that I'm waking up in the morning and then I'm waking up and price is right here. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, bro. Or like I'm waking up and it's 8 in the morning today and price is right here. Like, dude. Why can't I wake up and then price be like right here? So I can see, okay, cool, we're having the pullback, the volume push up. But this is like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. That annoys me, bro. I wake up at 6 in the morning, right? Literally, it's 5 in the morning. The 6 in the morning candle right here, boom, it's already like breaking out. And then within 15 minutes, or within 30 minutes, this shit just starts fucking taking off. Man. You see Don Vo posted today on Twitter. A lot of people are calling him a scammer and don't like him when they're talking a lot of shit. He posted on Twitter a long thing. A lot of people are saying that he's not apologizing or whatever and running away from what happened. But at the end of the day, the only people he's responsible for answering to are his customers, which are the people in the MAM. And as far as I know, 0 of the people in the MAM have said anything in the signals chat, and I'm in the signals chat every single day. So we don't know 90% of the story, and making an assumption or having an opinion based off what you see from other people that are screenshotting, because like those people are in the same Discord as me. So if they're coming up to with these conclusions based off of screenshots in the same Discord that I'm in, like, where are you getting this info from, bro? You're clearly being fucking scammed. Whoever's giving you this info is not right. But it is what it is, bro. I think that he's going to come back. I think he's going to come back harder than ever. I think that I don't think it was a scam, personally, in my opinion. I think that shit happens, and when you trust a person in their 20s with millions of dollars, sometimes you're gonna fucking lose that shit. It just is what it is. If you've seen a dude flip 100K to $1 million, right? At some point, you would have been like, all right, at one point he's gonna take a loss. I don't It's true what Wick said though. Like if on the thing it's basically said, it was basically kind of like saying like this is like a like don't put all your fucking eggs in one basket. That's literally what it says. There's a possibility that you will lose all of your money. Clearly, plain as day said, word for word. And people were like, yeah, I don't care. I'll put all my money in. Like, when Don made $1 million, right, last year, he then took a $400,000 loss, right? Blew his account. He then deposited $200,000 again and ran that up to like another 800 grand and then lost like another 200 grand. So in total, after making the milli, he was still up like $500,000 by like August. So he was still on his way to making another milli by the end of the year. The thing is that he does high risk trading. So if he blows his 200K account, he's got more funds to go and deposit again on another, and do it again. Damn, this daily break of the highs after this hourly closed. We have no bottom wick though. No bottom wick, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. You're gay. You really would give us no bottom wick. You fucking douchebag. Candles are Kamala Harris supporters, I bet. I'm just kidding, chat. I voted for Mitt Romney. Don't judge. I penciled him in. Uruguay? No, you're a gay. Uruguay is such a funny word to say in English. Bro. Alright. How about now? The mic volume is almost on the red. I think it's because I talk loud sometimes and then very low sometimes. Yeah, bro, that shit's louder than a motherfucker. Here's some ASMR. Alright, we just rebroke the daily highs. The hourly still has no bottom wick. The 30-minute had no bottom wick. The 15 no bottom wick. This 5 didn't even attempt to come back and make a bottom wick for it. These buys for me are a no-go. Where would we reject from, though? We got a lot of rejection areas here. One major thing that I like to look for that to make it easy is gaps. Just pure. So you see how we have just clean traffic here? I wanted to catch this clean traffic push right here where we gapped. That's why I took sells here. I wanted to catch that push down. So when I took the buys here, I wanted to catch that clean gap. And then once we started flipping bearish here on the sells, there's too much shit going on here, and that's why I think the buys didn't play out. There's too much shit going on here. That's why I think the buys didn't play out at this very moment. I mean, they would have if I would have left it with my stop lot there, if I would have just held the trade, but This hourly pushing with no top wick or no bottom wick is not very interesting. If I blew out your eardrums, I'm not responsible. There's a disclaimer actually in the description that says if your eardrums are blown out, it's not my fault. Honestly, dude, are we bullish? Or is the Trump craze still upon us? Or are we going to retrace the entire election move? You guys want to... what was I going to say? You're bearish long term? This weekly starting to turn around. But see, we had a doji closure on the previous weekly with a massive top wick rejection, right? And now this weekly came down when we on my Monday stream before all this move. I actually pointed out this area right here, and I said this area is key. I would like for us to come back down to this area before we flip bullish, continuing up to 3,000 on gold. So that's what I was looking for. And then I completely disregarded the elections. I forgot the elections were going on. And then the election started going on, and gold completely dumped. And we were consolidating in this area in the beginning of yesterday's stream. We were consolidating in this area right here. And I marked this area up, and I said this area is very important. We could see us starting to reject this area and start to drive up. And during yesterday's stream, I actually had a sell. I had a buy here. I had a sell on this push down, and then I had a buy here on this drive up. On this drive up, sorry. And I had an entry down here. Oh no, last night's stream I was here, where I took a buy to the top here, a short down here, and then I took another buy here before my runner would have survived, to be honest. I mean, it does look like it is going to retrace, but if it's going to reverse, where would you reverse at? You would likely try to tap somewhere, maybe here. That'll align with this right here. You got some levels here. Minor level here. So you really have this zone here where you could reject off of anywhere. Because if it taps anywhere here and then starts coming back down, yeah, if we get a wicket in this area and then start coming back down, breaking the daily lows, that would not be some bad sells, brother. And we're still driving up on that hourly with no top wick, right? So we're driving, re-breaking the daily highs, driving up on that 1 minute. We have our first 15-minute closure coming up shortly. We've had 2 5-minute closures, no top wick here. Huh. You could have taken some sells here off this no top wick closure. Been break even on the flip after rejecting here. What time is it? 7:11. I got 15 more minutes, and I gotta go to the weed store before they close. $27.20. Yeah, that's in my zone. Nice. I haven't taken an average to get a line anywhere, but I would assume my average would be somewhere in the middle, which would be, that's 14, so that's 7, which is at 23. So I would have had a line at 23, and you're saying 20. Not bad. Pretty close. I just like this zone. I just want to see a reaction in this zone. I just don't know. I could take some buys up into here, but knowing that we're in this zone and we could retrace at any moment, it's tough for me to want to take an entry. It's all on a candle per candle basis. Like if I would have broken down and done an analysis here, I would have said sells, right? And then the sells came out and I took a loss and I took buys instead, right? And then I took more buys over here. So it's just on a case by case basis. The buys here would have been beautiful if I would have just held. But I wanted to be in that, I wanted to be in this volume candle. You see how I was in the previous candle before? That's how close I want to be, bro. I want to be able to snipe that shit. Right? I want to be able to enter right here, bam, volume, bam, volume. I want to be able to enter and get that kind of volume. You know what I mean? I want to enter on this candle, see how we push 15 pips on this candle, and then a little bit before, bro. I just got to keep working on these kind of entries, bro, and eventually I will be in these volume candles every time. So there's no point for me to swing when I'm inside of like a 20-30 pip candle and I'm catching 20-30 pips like that in a split second. So if I enter the trade and within 3 minutes I'm already up 20-30 pips, I'm closing and I'm gonna go move on to the next idea, because I can just catch another 20-30 pips on the retracement coming down after I close, and I'm done 60 pips for the day. Just like yesterday. Yesterday was a beautiful example of I caught the 3 best opportunities. All 3 of them hit, and I didn't trade anymore for the rest of the night. I kept looking for opportunities, but nothing was as clean as it was in the beginning of the session. When you take a dub, first thing, memorize how that looked. And if your next trade isn't as clean as your first one, don't take it. Don't settle for less. People are in my opinion, every trade should be an A+ setup. If you're not seeing an A+ setup and you're taking it anyways, then you're settling for less. Why are you trying to settle for less? You feel me? Don't be doing that. Two BE, 2 Ws. Nice Terpy. We literally took the same trade on stream. That's dumb. That's dope. See, that's why DVS is the shit, bro. Because we be taking the same trades. We're looking at the same thing, seeing the same concepts. So that's how you know the edge is there. Because when everybody's using the same concepts and everybody has their own little way of viewing it, but we're all seeing the same thing and entering almost in the exact same candle, we just manage risk a little bit differently. Some of us might hold our trades a little bit longer. Some of us might go break even a little bit faster. It just, that part differs across the trader. But as far as our entries and what we're looking at and how we're entering on what candles we're entering, bro, it's insane, bro. It's insane how Bougie will send a screenshot in the group chat or in the clubhouse, and I was in the same trade. He was in like 5 pips before me, and I got in 5 pips after him on a little bit different variation of the entry, but it's the same concept, just a different variation on the type of entry based on my own back testing. Like, wild, 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 wild. That stuff makes me happy because a lot of people are like, oh, there's no such thing as like an edge in trading. That it's all discretion, this and that. Like learning candles and candle structure and this and that does nothing. But apparently it does when across the board a bunch of us are using the concepts and we're taking the same entries. Like, there's no way that you could have taken that entry, I took the entry, and multiple other people took that same entry, the same trade with the same target, and all of us weren't even talking to each other. Hmm. You're late there, bud. More no bottom wicks. Are we gonna start having some kind of rejection here? Huh. Are we gonna have a rejection here? BRB. My bad. I heard my dog ruffling with some of my girl's decorations. I had to go cut that shit out ASAP. What's it called? Let's see, bro. Because if we start in the next 15 minutes, if we literally start pulling up here and forming some more structure, I might be in another position, and I might keep the stream going. That Patrick guy is smart. He's gonna go stay at 25% and not take another trade. This would have been a good entry here. When you see the market is driving, right? You see the dailies pushing, the dailies re-breaking its highs. You come down to the 1 minute. I like to use this as a trend confirmation, and you see that price is trending, right? So we're looking here. As soon as price does this pullback here, you're safe to take the re-break of the daily highs right here as a buy stop because you're now forming a resistance, support, and now you're bouncing off of support, breaking through resistance. So what's that? That's just a break and retest off a continuation on the 1 minute. And that's how you can get these sniper 1 minute entries with these small stop losses, because you know that if we do come down to grab more orders before driving up, that's not the move that you want to be in. Because when you look at here, every 1 minute pullback, once you do re-break that first high that it made, the resistance that it made, it just continues driving. It does it here, it does it everywhere. So if you start trying to identify that push, that's one way you can get into these trades and take advantage of this push. Even though we have no bottom wick, that's still a way that you can get in. So we're equal topping right here right now. This 5 is starting to push down heavy. That's a lot of volume to the downside. That was hard. We have 8 minutes left for this 15, so that's halfway through the 15. This 30 hasn't closed yet. If this 15 breaks the lows, that's a support there. That's tough. We would have to engulf that, and then I would be able to take a sell. So we would have to break this and close below, and then another small wick, and then a sell stop to the downside. The flip alone is not valid enough for me, because then that would indicate that we're not going to bounce off this area to continue up, that we are going to break through it and mimic this push down. But if we do start breaking up above this, then it's no longer the equal highs anymore, and it's not valid anymore. Like, you could take a stab at a short here with a very small stop loss, not risking a whole lot, to hold till the daily bottom of the range. That's 15 pips. Technically right now at 7:30, it's gonna be like 8:30. Yeah, we would have to engulf this completely on the 5 minute and then do what I said, and then that would basically give us this same kind of push right here, right? That would give us this push down, engulfing all of this right here, and then we would get that pullback and then the sell stop coming down, and then you would probably close here once we tap this or go break even, and that would have resulted in a small position before the major drive, which then you could have looked at this push and probably tried to catch another entry on the way down. So yeah, this flip of this 15 is not bad, but now that we have 1 minute left on this 5, this 5 is going to close with no bottom wick in the next 10 seconds, possibly. So respecting that level, see why the sell stop on the 15 wouldn't have been valid completely. We have to wait for this candle to close and see what happens. No bottom wick. That's whack. So even if this flips and breaks the low, like it just did now, that would have activated my sell stop. So we engulfed it. Give me a top wick on this 5 minute, and I'll take a sell stop on the break of the low. Give me a top wick, please. No, don't drive. I needed that top wick. Let's see. We have 4 minutes left for this 15. Let's give it time. Let's wait. Let's wait for that bottom wick on the 15, the pullback, and then the push down again and grab the second leg coming down. I'm liking price action tonight, gang. I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer. I was thinking of taking a sell stop on the rebreak of the low on that 1 minute top wick, but I'm not so sure. I wanted a higher, steeper top wick on that 1 minute. We're starting to scoop. Ugh. Just had a little stretch there. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's see what it do. $4,877 subs, gang. Almost 5K. What you about to do? What you about to do? Yeah, the rejection would have been off the top here. Those of you that trade the trend line breaks off the 1 minute, this would have been your trade. I didn't have an entry there. Now that we're about to close in exactly a minute. This 30 is going to close bullish with no bottom wick. So if the next candle comes down immediately with no top wick, we might be coming down to grab a bottom wick for this candle. How's this candle going to close? Bullish, huh? Wow. Back into the little mini range. This is why these top and bottom wicks are important. You see how the candles drove there without the top wick that I wanted, so I didn't get in, and you see how it's not valid anymore? Damn, this rebreak of the daily high with no bottom wick on this 30 minute. Yeah, I'm sketched out about that. What are we gonna do here? Are we gonna break through or start to reject? Look at that. You guys take any trades so far or nothing? Or am I the only one that's trading early? I'm gonna take a sell stop here. And we in. Yeah, I'm needing a bottom wick on that daily. Or sorry, on these 30s. This 30, no bottom wick. We should get a little pop on the push here. Kind of to the bottom of the range, and that's when I would go break even. This is where I would likely go break even. And that's break even. We filled the range almost. We tapped the middle of my both little break even areas. So let's see what we can do here. If we do get stopped out break even here, that'll be the second break even for the night. I could secure a little bit of profits here. If I see 200, I'll close. I think 180 is fine. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. 343. That's 20 pips for the night. 10 and 10. Bet. So they said I needed to make another 1400. So that's 7 a day. So that's half done in this session. The other half tomorrow's session. Beautiful. I'm well on my way. So I needed 5300 to pass, and I'm at 5346. So I've been passed. So that's another 10 Piparuskis. Again, I could have held, and normally I do hold these trades a little bit longer, but I'm trying to secure my profits quickly so that I can get to the target threshold already. Cause fuck, bro, they extended that shit. They added another 3% on me, even though I passed. So That is W number 5 on stream, pips 82. And that's going to be it for me, gang. I'm going to leave you guys off with a 20 pip dub for the night. I can just close one, yes. But I'll tell you why I don't. I'm not really trying to hold too much here. Number one, the market's erratic. Number two, I'm doing 2 lots. So if I do close one, I'm only securing, holy shit, a fucking mosquito. Hell nah. Bro, we're in Florida and mosquitoes are fucking coming inside because it's better inside than it is outside. So a couple things. My entry was actually very great. I do think that if I would have went break even, closed one, I would still be in my position here and I would be able probably double in profit. But it is a 2 lot, right? So if I only closed one, I would have only secured $100, and then I would have left another $100 floating in the air. On the 2 previous trades that I took that I secured $200 on, if I would have closed half, I would have been only up $100 for the night. But because I closed full, I'm up 20 pips. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends. That's why I try to trade these clean 1 minute ranges, right? But we hit a roadblock here. That's why I closed full and or went break even. If I would have, this move would have happened, I had no, the only roadblock that I had was right here, which was 20 pips away. So by the time that I would have went break even, price would have been at this level here. I would have closed half my positions at 20 pip, because then that would have been $400 on a 2 lot. I would have been able to close the 200 and let the other 1 lot continue running. You see what I'm saying? See, if I would have left something running here, I would have got stopped out. My entry was right here. So because I'm scalping from range to range on the 1 minute, and because we had this level here, that's where my full closure was, right? If my sell was right here, I would have continued holding past this level here because there was nothing stopping me from clearing this range. But like right now, I need to get $1,400, right? So that's 3%. So if I continue doing 0.5% each session, by Monday morning, I would have reached the limit, the goal. So I already reached the goal this session. I'm gonna come back at 8:30, and the thing is that I can't win that much more because I can't make more than 700 in a day. So I've already made $350 today after commissions, which is after commissions it was 20 pips, and after commissions it was 350. So they took away like 2.5 pips in commissions, or like 3 pips in commissions. So I've already made half of it. So if I get another good trade tonight, then tomorrow I can only take a small trade. Only 1 trade. You see what I'm saying? But the good thing is that if I build myself up another couple $100 tonight, tomorrow I have a little cushion for a 1% loss, and I'll still be above the threshold because I'm past the threshold by 1%. So if I risk 1% on the next trade, I'm still passing. Yeah, bro, look, I was supposed to get 53,000 and I'm at 53.64. Like when they said earlier, they're like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. But look, if you know how to trade and you know what you're doing and you stay disciplined, that's the key. Stay disciplined. You'll get it right. I had a sell stop here, I deleted it. I had a sell stop, buy stop over here, I deleted it. I had another analysis over here and it got chalked, so I waited. Boom, bang. What happened right here, as soon as my sell stop got activated, I'm in the volume candle. That's what I want to snipe. That 1 5-minute candle that pushed, that's what I want to be in. The wick break, this is the candle that I want to be in. I don't want to be in this little candle. I don't want to be in this one. I want to be in this one. See what I'm saying? I want to be in the wick candle, the one that fucking pushes hard. That's what I want to be in. What up, Global? You're a little late there, brother. I'm about to get off right now. I just caught 2 dubs tonight on 20 pips for the session. I'm up 82 pips on stream in 3 streams. 5 wins, 0 losses, 1 BE. Normally, I risk about 40, 50 pips per loss. So if I do take a loss, I have basically two cushions on stream. Yeah, bro. I work a lot too, bro. So I wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm ready and sitting down on the charts by 6:30. I trade and I mark up the charts and see if what I can catch until like 8, and then I go to work. I run an air conditioning company with my cousin and my uncle. My cousin and I get there in the morning. We see what the schedule is like. We see what we need to do. He makes some coffee for us. We sit down. We have some coffee. I usually trade the morning there, probably like Comex Open, 8:30 news. I'm at our warehouse chilling, and then I get to my first appointment by like 9. And usually I'm already done trading by the day. Sometimes I'm not. In that case, then I'll take my iPad with me, and I'll set up my iPad in my truck. But I'll be trading, bro. I'll have my job and I'll have my appointments, but I'll make time for the closures, right? So I'll make time for the hourly closure. I'll make time for Comex closure. I'll make time for news. I'll make time for 9:30. So I make time for these things. So if I get to a client's house and I'm doing some kind of work or something like that, I make sure that I'm gonna be done with the job by 9:30. You know what I mean? Or sometimes I do a little bit of paperwork and I'm really just sitting there watching the charts. But then I get off work at 5:30, and I get home. I get dressed, get a little bit of coffee, and I set myself up for my stream at 6. I stream from 6 to like 7:30. This one has lasted quite a bit. This one's lasted longer than normal. But then I stream for an hour, maybe 2 hours. I break down New York session, break down what I'm going to take in Asian session. Right now, because of the time change, the volume is coming in earlier, so I can trade this session. So that's why I caught 20 pips on this session. But yeah, bro. And then I go to the gym, and by 8:30, I'm back here for Asian session with Market Mechanic, and we're out here doing it again until 10, 11 o'clock at night. We don't stop, bro. I don't stop, bro. I finally cracked my strategy in this and how I can perfect my craft. I haven't perfected my craft, but I could say that I've figured the trading shit out. All I have to do is get my mind right, bro. Once that I get that obstacle over of only taking the best setups, because a lot like I still take shitty setups sometimes and settle for less when I could have just be more patient and take the better setups. And once I get that, bro, instead of being this bit profitable, it's gonna be fucking huge. Yeah, I think that trading is easy for me. The issue is not overdoing it and not over trading and being greedy, because like your mind does get cloudy, believe it or not. After several wins, your mind does get cloudy. The other night I had won 3 times in a row, and then my mind just drew a blank for the next 2 hours. And then after the positions played out, I'm like, oh man, I could have probably entered there. But like your mind does kind of wear out. You know what I mean? Damn, that was a good sell. That was another good sell right there. Once we respected this area right here, which ICT would call a fair value gap, I would call that the lower high. And if with this volume coming down, we're scooping under this, man, that's beautiful trade. I mean, you can even impulse entry here and just try to catch a little move coming down, but that's gonna push. But okay, yeah, that might even flip the daily. If it does flip the daily, that's just gonna drive all the way down to the bottom. I called that impulse entry right here. Yep, beautiful. Yeah, man. When I see something like this, those impulse entries are not bad. You just gotta really be in tune with the markets and the way it's pushing. And now when this daily flips, you're probably gonna see more volume. Look at when the daily flips, right? Because when the daily starts to flip, the sentiment of the market starts to change because people look at the higher time frame for an analysis, right? So if you're looking at the daily candle's green, you're gonna think bullish, right? But then if you're looking at the daily candle and it's red, you're gonna think sells. So the flip of the daily candle really changes a lot of people's sentiment in the market, and it brings in volume. Let's watch it together. Let's watch how this flips, and we get this massive push as soon as you flip. That usually happens. Like right here, how the daily flipped right here, and we got this massive push up. Now we're gonna flip the daily bearish after grabbing orders all the way through here. So I mean, this could likely be a sell stop for me. I would probably take it, but I've already taken enough trades and I gotta go. But let's see. Let's see this flip. Yeah, look at that volume. It's just bouncing back and forth. Oh, we're about to break the low. Look at that gap down. Yeah, if we taking sell stops here would not be bad, bro. Taking sell stops here would not be bad, but I'm 2 for 2 for the night. I'm gonna go take a break and come back. I don't want to take another trade. I've already met half the goal. Yeah, you're a savage, bro. See how we're paused here at the daily flip? Look at that, bro. That's perfect. Look at that, bro. Look at this drive. Watch. I don't want to say I'm calling it, but with the amount of times that I've seen this happen, for it not to happen, it's rare. But you see how we froze right there at the daily open. At the flip, we froze. We formed a little bit of support on the 1 minute. We broke through it. And now we're getting that push down that I'm talking about. That trade would have netted you 6 pips. That's not too much. But we're scalping here. So between 6 to like 15 pips is my break-even point. So where I called the first sell was up here. We've driven 20 pips. Well, that's nice, bro. You can see it perfectly that how that daily flip brings in volume. But all right, gang, I'm gonna call it here. 2 dubs on stream again for you guys. Tune in, bro. Just slide through, drop a like. I'm not selling shit. I don't sell no signals, no courses. Just come in and watch how someone does it for real. How they break down the candles, how you take entries, how you manage risk. And it's all a story, bro. You just got to paint a picture. You're just painting a picture like Picasso. And look, once we start flipping bearish here, I mean, taking sell stops here again with the stop loss on the break of the daily of this flip here, that's not bad. These are not bad trades. But I'm gonna paper trade that and come back to it later. If it stops, whatever. Yeah, bro. And then when it doesn't set up for you, you'll go back to the charts and you're gonna be like, huh, that kind of looks like a setup, but why didn't I take it? And then you can go back and replay the charts and be like, oh, I didn't take it because of this, this, and this. And then you start noticing extra confluences and you're like, oh, this setup doesn't work when the market is acting like this. This setup doesn't work when the market is acting like this. I can't take my 5-minute no bottom wick entry when the market is driving like this, because it's just gonna not give me that bottom wick and continue driving without me. So I can't wait for this setup. But when the market is ranging and we're bouncing off a support and we're closing with no bottom wick, then I can take that entry bouncing off the support, because then my stop loss is extremely small, bouncing off a support with a higher chance of it driving my way. So you start noticing things like that, and you start to notice why you didn't take a trade today. So instead of it being like, oh, you know what I mean? You see it didn't set up, but then you go back and you're like, oh shit. And you start to notice even more. But I go back to all my trades. Like, what I'll do is I'll do my short position here that I got stopped out on. And then I'll do my long position here. And I'll leave these on because over time my terminal will delete the arrows. This was a BE. Yeah, bro. See, that daily flip is such a strong area. But now you see the flipperooski of the daily, how strong it is. I mean, taking buys here is not bad either. See, when I scout, bro, it's just buys and sells, buys and sells, buys off support, buys off resistance, da 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 da, back and forth, back and forth. You catch your 30, 40, 50 pips for the day, and you're gone. Bro, them forcing me to stop watching them was the reason that I leveled up, and the reason that I started passing funded accounts, and the reason that I started doing really, really well. Because I was being baby too much, and I was making money off of them and copying their trades and flipping my live accounts off of their trades instead of trying to figure it out for myself. And then I would go in early in the morning to listen to Don all day. I would have him in my ear, and I would just be listening all day, listening, trying to see uh if he was calling a trade, if he was calling a trade. Yeah, bro. And then now when I do copy their trades and I see my entry going the opposite way, I take my entry the opposite way. Bro, that's what it felt like, bro. I had my earphones on, right? And then Don would just be talking all day, and I would just be with my earphones on, listening to Don all day, and I would just be working. And the second he says, "All right, Chad, I'm gonna take a sell stop here," I pull my phone out, go into the charts, and start spamming sell, full port. I wouldn't even be looking at the breakdown, listening to the morning breakdown. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, all right, I'm just listening. And I was like, bro, everything that you're learning, what are you learning it for if you're not going to put it to work? It's like when I went to a trade school, right? I learned everything that I needed to learn, but when I got into the field, I was like, uh, oh yeah, that's right. I have to diagnose it like this. Or oh yeah, that's right. I have to ohm it out like this. Or oh yeah, that's right. I have to trace the short out like this. I knew it, but it wasn't like secondhand nature with like trading. It wasn't secondhand nature, so I was taking losses and I'm like, ah shit, the 15-minute no top wick. Ah shit, we didn't really close above. Ah shit, I didn't notice this. And then over time, it starts becoming like second nature. That's why you have to have one strategy, one way of viewing the market, one way of doing things, one entry type. What do you notice about all these entries, bro? All these entries look fucking identical. This buy here looks identical to this sell here coming down, or this. It all looks the same, bro. I like to take the same setups. But yeah, I'll be yapping too much. Have a wonderful day.